Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Unit 32, Expressing Future Using Will. For a complete language course, please visit my website www.a-to-z-of-english.com. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at using will to express future. Now, first of all, I'd like to tell you that will is not the only way of expressing future. It means that there are many other ways of expressing future, not just will. But people sometimes they think that will is the only way to express future, and that's not correct. So just before we even start this lecture, remember that will is not the only way of expressing future time. We can use present continuous tense or going to show future time. So you know that present continuous tense has its own uses, right? And going to is also a way of expressing future. So remember that present continuous tense can show future time, or going to can also show future time. But we are not learning in this tutorial. We are not learning present continuous or going to show future. We are just paying attention to will, and we are going to learn that how will explains, or how will can be used to express future time and future actions. Now, will is a modal verb. You may know about modal verbs if you've done can or should in previous lessons. You may know what modal verbs are. So likewise, will is also a modal verb, and which is used to show future time, right? So will does not have any meaning of its own, but it is used to show future time, and it's a modal verb. Okay, will has other uses too. Now, like everything in English language, just it doesn't have only one use. Likewise, will does not have only one use. Will can show future time, but there may be, and there are other uses of will as well, but we are not learning those other uses of will in this tutorial. We are just learning one use of will, which is expressing future time. Now we'll look at a few examples. Number one, I will play cricket tomorrow. So this action is not happening at the time of speaking. When I say I will play cricket tomorrow, this thing, I'm not playing cricket at the time I'm speaking, and when I say that I will play cricket tomorrow, it expresses that this action of playing cricket will take place in future, and it is not happening right now. And it's so clear that if I say to someone that I will play cricket tomorrow, definitely I'm not talking about past, right? And I'm not talking about at that present time, whatever when I'm saying this sentence. So when I say I will play cricket tomorrow, it expresses future time. Another example, she will go to Islamabad next week. So this action is also not happening at the time of speaking. So when I say that she will go to Islamabad next week, this action will take place next week. It shows future time. So if you have decided to do something in the future, for describing such actions you will use will. Now we'll look at a few examples. I will not go to school tomorrow. So when I say I will not go to school tomorrow, it expresses future. I will stay at home. Then at 10 a.m. I will go to the supermarket. I will come back at 12 and cook lunch. So all of these examples, you can see that I'm talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about tomorrow, that what I will do tomorrow, and these actions are not happening right now. Okay, will does not have any meaning. Please remember that will is just a modal verb, and it does not have any meaning of its own. What it does is that when you combine will with any form of verb, with first form of a verb, so what it does, that it takes that action to future time. That what will does. So this is what will does. So remember that will does not have any meaning. Kindly do not try to translate will in your own mother tongue, and don't try to make your own signs that will is, this is the meaning of will. So remember that will does not have any meaning. So kindly don't make and don't try to find any meaning of will. Will does not have any meaning. It just takes an action to future time. It is just used to talk about future plans and future arrangements. Just that's it. It does not have any meaning. So don't try to translate into your own in your mother tongue. Don't try to translate it, and don't try to make any signs of will that this is will, right? So will does not have any meaning. Now we'll look at using will for the plans or arrangements for the same day. Now you can use will for actions which will happen tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow, maybe next week or next year. But it's not the only way you can use will. You can also use will for the plans, for the same day and arrangements for the same day, right? For example, time right now is 2 p.m. and action going on right now is eating lunch. A, it is 2 p.m. right now and I'm having lunch. B, what will you do after the lunch? I will sleep till 4. Then what will you do? I will go to the park near my home. There I will play with my friends and I will come back around 6. So you can see that it's a very good and very clear example of actions for the same day. For using will for the actions for the same day. So if you want to talk about actions which will happen in the very same day, so you can use will for that. Always use first form for with will. Yes, that's really very important to remember, that we always use first form of a verb with will. We do not use continuous form, we do not add to, we do not add s or es, we do not add anything with first form of a verb. We just add will plus first form of verb, and that's it. Do not use second form or third form, right? Now we look at a few examples. Correct form is Aslam will leave his job next year. So you can see that Aslam will leave. Leave is first form of a verb. You can see that there isn't any other thing with this first form of a verb. Now Aslam will leave his job next year. This sentence is correct. Now incorrect maybe Aslam will to leave his job next year. So this to is completely wrong. We do not add to with first form of a verb, and we do not use to with first form of a verb while using will. Another incorrect sentence, Aslam will leaves his job next year. So this sentence is also wrong. Kindly do not add s or es while using will, while expressing future using will. Do not add s or es with first form. Always use first form of a verb, and that's it. Okay, now we move on to structures. Now